Hey guys, in this short devotional, we're going to talk about Proverbs 22:1, which talks about the desires of the heart and what we want from life. Okay, before we get into that, if you love the content here, would you like liking this video and subscribe to the channel? It really helps us bring this quality content to you every single day. I'll go ahead and jump in, and it'll be on the screen for you as well, but I'll go ahead and read it right now. A good name is more desirable than great riches. To be esteemed is better than silver or gold. So first of all, it tells us right here we need to put our reputations and what people, our honor, it needs to be ahead of what we want materially, and what we want not only materially, but when you think about all the desires of your heart that aren't godly, or just because I want it, just because I'm here on earth and let's get everything I can. Those desires, we need those to take a step back. And if they're in our lives and they're starting to creep up on being the most important thing in our lives, we need to take a step back and go, whoa, that's not what I want to be. I want to be honorable in the sight of others, honorable in the sight of God, and not this just ravaging, self-seeking, pleasure-seeking person who does not follow the ways of God and only follows the material wealth that they can acquire here on earth. And it's not a bad thing to have wealth, but when you make that your number one priority and not God, that's bad. God wants us to be His number one, and He should be our number one. And if we start getting these great riches kind of creeping in on God and in our relationship, you need to take a step back and be like, I need to step away from that, and I need to go back to God and go back to His Word and go back to relationship with Him as number one. And then the reason is because it says to be esteemed is better than silver and gold, and it says a good name is more desirable. That means it actually is. You should want that. That means that it actually is better. It's not one of those things where it's like, I have to sacrifice my riches and gold to get the honor. We want honor. We don't want to, if we have to get riches and silver and gold by becoming dishonorable, we don't want that. We want to be honorable because that's what God calls us to be. And as Christians, we want to do that. Really, kind of the simple thing that we need to remember is don't let worldly desires come in front of honor. And really, this is a huge temptation for me and a lot of other people, is letting that get in the way. Letting that get in the way. We need to remember that God doesn't call us to that. God doesn't call us to have incredibly fancy cars, a big house. God calls us to grow His kingdom. And that's all we need to focus on. We don't need to focus on everything else. And I think really this is a great reminder that we need to seek honor and seek respect before we seek anything else. That should be our top priority. Doing what God says. And God says that we need to be honorable in multiple places in the Bible. So let's focus on that. And let's not focus on all these worldly things that we don't actually need to really worry about, that sometimes cloud our relationship with God. Thank you.